Hi everyone, I'm Nadia, and in today's video my mom is making a beautiful resin tray and coaster set. In today's video she'll be using craft resin, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio by volume, so she's using a measuring cup to measure out equal parts of the A and the B. She mixes the two parts together well for around 3 to 5 minutes. I'll have a discount code to craft resin linked in my description. Once the resin is mixed in well, she separates it into smaller cups where she'll be adding in her pigments. She also makes sure to set some clear resin aside. The first pigment she's using is Liquitex's acrylic ink in the shade Iridescent Bright Gold. In that same cup, she's adding in DuPont's Luxury Gold Ghost Pearl. As always, I'll have all of the products that you see in this video listed in my description, so be sure to check that out if you want to give this tutorial a try. She also adds in Eder Art's mica powder in the shade Interference Rose. In her next cup, she adds in Just Resin's pigment paste in the shade Titanium White. In her third cup, she's adding in this white mica powder by Resin Pro, and a little bit of the Interference Rose mica powder as well. Now she's ready to start pouring, and she starts by taking her cup mixed with the acrylic ink and mica powder and pours around the edges of her molds. She uses a wooden stick to help the resin reach the very edge. Then she pours in some of her clear resin. She then takes her white mica powder pigmented resin and pours near the edge as well. Followed by her resin mixed with the white pigmented paste. Then she pours her clear resin directly into the center. And she follows the same process for her coaster molds. She goes back in with her pigmented resins and circles around the mold several more times. She's using a torch gun to pop any air bubbles, and anytime you're using a torch gun, you want to be mindful to move it quickly so that you don't burn your resin or your molds. And to help promote some more movement within the resin, which will help the pigmented resins nicely reach the center, she's going over them with a heat gun. And we don't want any clear areas near the center, so again she pours in more of her pigmented resins to make sure that that area will be opaque. Now she'll be mixing in what will be her center detail, so she adds a small amount of resin into a small cup, and into that cup adds in some iridescent glitter flakes, and she also adds in some gold leaf flakes, and then uses a wooden stick to apply it into the center of the molds. She allows this layer to harden and comes back the next day to demold. Now she's getting them ready to do a top coat, so she's lightly sanding them with some sandpaper. Doing a top coat is a great idea to achieve a flawless finish and also creates a nice domed edge. She applies liquid latex onto the back sides of the coasters near the edge, and this will protect that area from any drops of resin that flow over the coaster. And for her tray, instead of using liquid latex, she'll be using Vaseline. She props them up onto cups and mixes in her resin once more. Craft resin is also a great resin to use for a top coat because it's heat and scratch resistant and also has a very nice and clear finish. Once you're done, you'll want to make sure to cover your resin piece with something so that no dust particles or fibers fly onto your resin while it's hardening. And here's the final product. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. Follow me on my Instagram, Summer Girl Designs, and my mom's Instagram, Wild Heart Resin Art.